Today we're gonna come at you with the top budget deck list. We have about 5 or so, right?
Yeah, we've actually got a couple of profiles coming up. It's going to be True Draco, Crusadia, Pendulum, Zombies, as well as a Pure Danger deck.
Pure danger. That's pretty sick. We don't think any of these decks would be hit by the upcoming ban list, which we'll probably get in at the time of recording this video, like 3 days. All these should be ban list safe. If they're not, I'm so sorry.
If they're not, we have plenty of different structures for each deck that we can, reformat.
Mhm.
Unless something just absolutely drastic takes
We have a
place.
lot of stuff cooking in the tank as well.
Mhm.
But also, Ken had a pretty good idea.
Yeah, so what we want to do is actually kind of kick everything off with a giveaway of 3 very specific cards. Before we actually get to the cards, we want to go into one of our deck profiles first. So stick around until the end of the video and you'll find out what these little cuties are.
And this is probably the best giveaway I've seen.
It's definitely the best one I've seen.
And it's trending upward.
Yeah.
And they're getting new support. So,
I mean, let's just say you might be able to drag your opponent. All right. So to kick off our series, we'll actually start with our Pure Danger. I'm thinking, do you want to go in reverse order from what I said? Well, technically we already have zombies. So we can go through everything.
Yeah, we'll put the link in for the zombies in the description.
So, first up, quite naturally, 3 Thunderbird. You really can't go wrong with them. 2800, pretty high attack. And they get to pop a back row if they're, not picked. Set these over here. Next up, we got 2 Bigfoot. With that right there, self-explanatory. Probably the best danger card, if not for the fact that you only pop 1 face-up card. Next, we have Agapogo. This card right here has a little bit of flag attached to it just because, it sends a danger to the graveyard. But, I mean, as long as you have the right card with it, you should be fine. Danger Nessie. Most of these, honestly, are self-explanatory. So I might just have to stop explaining. Next up, a single Dogman, followed by 3 Mothmen.
Best danger in the deck?
I mean, it might be.
Sheesh.
Draw and discard. Draw a Bigfoot, discard it, get to destroy 1 card. That's one mini a duel. Next up, 2 Chupacabra, and those right there are just to service the Agapogo. You get to pull out pretty much anything you want as soon as this hits the field, or as soon as this is discarded. We got 2 Snake, which a lot of people actually consider Snake like one of the better cards in the deck. Personally, he's fine. I prefer Jackalope. And here's where we start to kind of branch out a little bit. We got a Phantom Sky Blaster. Oh. And next up, we got a little bit of spice coming for you because we actually have 3 Grapha Dragon Lord of Dark World. And you might realize, you might not, that Dark World cards tend to have a lot of the same effects as Danger, because a lot of them activate as soon as they're discarded. So fusing Danger and Dark World cards always, turns out some pretty good results. Next we have Card Destruction, and I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more into this. It's Cosmic Cyclones, pretty standard.
Back row.
Back row.
Get that out of here.
Gotta save it, keep those monsters tight. You got 2 Instant Fusions, as well as 2 Allure. So if you're trying to get some draw power, those Allure. Now we have, we got 3 of the next card, Dark World Dealings. And it's actually just sort of the same as a Mothman. Each player draws 1, then discards 1. So, whether you're getting a Dark World card or a Danger card, you're gonna get something out. So next, what I'm gonna go into is actually, I'm gonna skip into my trap cards so I can come back. I got 2 Eradicator Epidemic Viruses, and that kind of just locks your opponents out of everything, quite frankly.
Call spell or trap, just depending on who you're playing.
Yeah, which I mean, most of the time, especially if you're playing, say, like a pendulum player, it can kind of shock them a little bit. And finally, I will move these out of place because technically they're out of order right now. We've got triple of my fave, Super Poly.
You just gotta play in every deck these days.
Yeah, literally anything. If you're not playing Super Poly, what's going on? Was this okay? I was about to say, it's like, why would I have a Super Poly? No. Alright, so standard Link Karibo, everyone's got it. I don't know why you wouldn't have it. Beat Cop from the Underworld. Keanu, what do you think about Beat Cop?
Links off tokens. Gets rid of your tokens for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so how effective would you say it is in this deck? You think it's necessary?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Next up, we got Wee Witch. You might remember the OG from like the original series. Boost everything by what, 5? Boost all dark by 5. Lights decrease by 5.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that right there that's a game winner. Next up, we got Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Cerberus, as well as Nightmare Unicorn.
Standard package.
Standard package, standard. Another one of those things where if you don't have those 3, you probably want to get them. Might want to get your hands on them. Topologic, Trisbana. That's my bae. That's what's in the name. And Saryuja, which those right there, you know, especially Saryuja with the multiple effects, you really can't not use it.
It's so easy to go into.
Yeah, honestly, every deck that we played recently has made it so easy to go into something like Saryuja or even like, you know, Boral Sword. Next up, we got number 22, Zombie Steen. I know what you're thinking. It's Stein, but fight me. Now we got Triple D, Duodon, King, Kali Yuga, and a number 38. I'm really not going to read all that. I'm sorry.
So arbitrary. Everybody knows what it is. These are pretty standard rank 8 packages.
Yeah, pretty standard, as well as Abyss Dweller. That's pretty standard.
Yeah, that's auto win against some decks.
Yeah, honestly, I haven't seen very many people play without, you know, a Abyss Dweller. Next up, of course, you've already seen it before on this channel. 2 Starving. And we're going to top it off with one more OG card. It's actually Thousand Eyes Restrict. That card right there, honestly, has taken down a lot of people. And I see it typically gets neglected, actually. I don't see very many people try to use it, although you're just taking an opponent's monster. You just steal it. How can you discredit that?
Alright, thanks for sticking around for the deck profile. Kane, so you want to tell us what we're giving away?
Yeah, so
and how bad is this gonna hurt me? Because you know we like going deck on this channel.
What is it? 60?
I think they're about 50 each right now.
About 50 each. So what we're talking
but originally, I think they were about 20-ish.
What we're talking about is the potential for us to go neg 150. Maybe more by the time everything happens. By the time everything's said and done, you might walk away with not 1, but 3 Kitchen Dragon Maids.
First ed? Oh,
yeah.
Only ed.
Yeah, and I just think to myself, you know, would that money be better off in my pocket?
Yes.
But
what do they have to do this? Get this play set though?
Well, I was gonna get to that.
All right, let's.
It would be better off in mine or both of our pockets, but we're so graciously handing them out to our dedicated fans.
4 subs.
Yeah. So what we want is just simple engagement, really. What we're hoping for is that we can grow our channel in some way because there is a lot that we feel like we can offer. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to set some conditions. While we would love to absolutely adore giving these away, what we want to do is set a goal for ourselves of, what do you think, 2,000? About 2,000 subscribers. That seems like a tall order, but like I said, neg 150 is right
Also
there.
a tall order.
Yes.
So, but there's a pretty, what was the date we were given on that?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, we will be announcing the winner.
Yes.
And so what do they have to do? They comment.
So what we're hoping for is that you like the video, because obviously you're gonna like the video. We want you to subscribe as well as comment. And we have no way of proving this next part, but we would adore if you shared the video just to any friends, because at the end of the day, if we can't reach 2,000, we can't give those away.
Also, we're gonna have the Instagram where you can go follow the Instagram, and it's also be another way we track. Tag a friend in it, and but we'll also put that all on the Instagram page, which will make it easier, and we'll announce on all platforms once this date has come.
Yeah, and you know, me personally, I might have something to do on Valentine's Day, but I might also just be playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
And you might really have something to do on Valentine's Day.
It's one of those things. It's one of those things where if you can, like, comment, subscribe, you don't really lose anything. Just a little.
Hey, remember, if you like the video, like the damn video.
You might just lose a little bit of time, but we'd love for you to give us a shot, share the video, make sure your friends like it, because I mean, at the end of the day, if you don't get these cards, I'm sure you want someone to get these cards. Otherwise, we'll just keep talking about these cards.